Welcome back, everybody. Little Fish here with another blind bag review. Today I have 4 Nickelodeon PAW Patrol collectible keyring blind bags to share with you guys, along with a few other trinkets, but we'll get to those later. So, without much further ado, let's get started. And of course, we will begin by taking a look at the packaging. It says Nickelodeon PAW Patrol. You can collect them all in a little dog bone. Collectible keyrings meant for the ages 4 and up. And on the front, you have Rubble, Chase, and Marshall, as well as the Watchtower. And it has a warning: due to small parts, this could be considered a choking hazard. Contains 1 collectible keyring. Flipping it over to the back, Nickelodeon PAW Patrol, you can collect them all, collectible keyring. So same as the front. These were released by Monogram International, so for more information, if you have a cell phone that reads QR codes, just snap a picture of this QR code, and it will take you right to their site. So in this series, you could collect Sky, Rocky, Rubble, Chase, Zuma, and Marshall. Not sure if you could actually read their names. This bag is super shiny, and my light is reflecting right off of it. And as I said before, these were released by Monogram International, as well as Spin Master and A1 Toys. For more information about PAW Patrol, you can visit www.pawpatrol.com. Product colors and specifications may vary from photo. Please retain packaging for reference as it contains important information. I think all Monogram bags say that, and I still have no idea what kind of information is on these bags that could be necessary for reference later on. Now that we have taken a look at the packaging, let's open it up and see which pup we've got inside. Alright, these bags are actually pretty easy. There are no tear strips on the tops, but they open pretty easily from the bottom. I think you might have a guess at who's inside, but let's confirm it with Rubble. As I was taking Rubble out of the bag, not sure if you guys can make that out, but there are also bones on the bag. So, pretty nice, but Rubble's even nicer. Let's pop them out and take a closer look. Each pup comes in a little plastic container, so do be aware of that. So here we have Rubble. A little bit of paint chunking on his helmet, and a little bit of paint smudging by his eye. Keyrings don't have any action to them. They are just static figures. It looks like the tools could come out, and they actually have a little bit of bend to them. So that might not be too good if they fall apart, or if you pull on them too much, they might come apart. So do be aware of that as well. So Rubble from the bottom, Rubble from the top, PAW Patrol insignia on his hat, and his collar. And this is the keyring that it comes with. It's only got 2 little rungs.
Rubble on the double.
And moving on to the next bag, we have Zuma. So we'll take Zuma out of the little plastic packaging. Take a closer look at his details. Rubble, he has the plastic clasp for the keyring. So Zuma.
Let's dive in.
Next bag we have Chase. And he's got a little bit of excessive paint on his face. Just kind of scrape that off. Otherwise, the paint job on these hasn't been too bad. That Chase has a bunch of paint chunks on him. I don't know if it's the lighting, but he looks kind of worried. From the bottom, and again, some paint chunks on his paws from the top. And he has a blue keyring clasp. Got 1 more bag left. I wonder who we're gonna get. Keeping my fingers crossed for no doubles.
Chase is on the case.
And from the last bag we have... he's stuck, but we have Rocky. So I was able to get Rocky out of the packaging. And take him out of his little plastic sleeve. The paint is missing from his eye over there. It actually looks like there's little dents in his face, but again, not so bad. have the same molds as some of the larger figures, which is nice. A little bit of paint splotching over there. And excess paint in his hat, and a chunk taken out. So he's a little beaten up, but you can expect that from blind bags, especially if people try to feel them out, which I should add, it's pretty difficult to feel them out because of these plastic containers. They're all basically the same shape and size, so don't think it's going to be easy feeling these guys out. I'm super happy I got Rocky. He is my favorite of the pups. Looks like his keyring is coming out of his head a little bit. Actually, now that I look at it, it spins. So it is coming out. So before I was so worried about these plastic bits that I didn't even think about the metal bit coming out of his head. So you can see the screw bit that's coming out. So let's see if we can tighten that back up. Nope, that's actually making it looser. So green means go. We are going to fix Rocky. There we are. Now it is nice and flush in his head. But I guess you guys should be aware, I mean, my Rocky's pretty beat up, so maybe that's why the keychain is coming out. But do be aware that it is pretty easy to unscrew the little metal bits. So if you don't want to lose your pup, keep an eye out for him. So that is Rocky.
Green means go.
And here's a height comparison between all the pups I have. Chase being the tallest, Zuma being the smallest. I really like these figures. I'm still iffy on the whole plastic keyring bit, but I definitely do love these pups. And hopefully they'll come out with more in the future, especially to include Everest and Tracker, as well as maybe RoboPup. I still have to find Sky and Marshall, but I'm pretty happy with who I have, especially because I got Rocky and he is my favorite out of the pups. Let's move on and take a look at a few of these other little items I have. Now I'm not going to open any of these up, but I just thought I would share. We have a magic towel featuring Ryder, Marshall, and Chase. Chase also has his own magic towel, as well as Marshall. And I do believe that I have seen of this Chase one a Christmas version, where instead of his badge, there's a wreath around his head and he's wearing a stocking cap. And then there is a magic towel featuring Chase and Marshall together. I guess these are everybody else's two favorite pups. Then we change it up a little bit and we have Chase and Rubble. Glad to see Rubble on one of these towels, as well as our two female pups, Sky and Everest. Hopefully they will come out with more. I would love to see a towel with Rocky and Zuma as well. Zuma would be more appropriate for these because he is the water pup, and you do need a towel after you get wet. But until then, we will move on to the next two items. We have a Nickelodeon PAW Patrol 3D puzzle eraser of Chase. Again, I will not be opening this up. Then we have Rubble, who's a lot bigger than Chase. Actually, they seem about the same size, but because Rubble is such a chunkier puppy than Chase, he looks a lot bigger. So 3D puzzle eraser. And for puzzle erasers, these are pretty detailed. These were produced by Sky High International. So that's pretty nice. And if your kids love PAW Patrol, these would make great things to have at school. Have a little pup companion. And for school, work, or play, or even summer camp, these towels could probably come in handy. So this is my PAW Patrol haul for the day. We have the 4 mystery backpack hangers featuring Zuma, Chase, Rubble, and Rocky, as well as some magic towels. And then we have the 2 puzzle erasers with Chase and Rubble. Hoping to see more of these backpack hangers in the future, but only time will tell. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think. Which character would you like to see as one of these backpack hangers? I hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And for further content, you can always follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. And until next time, everybody,